Greetings, greetings, greetings to Jaja children. I bring a greeting in the name of Jehovah our Creator and Jesus Christ of Nazareth our King. My name is Hebrew S. Lily of the Valley. We're looking at the Catholics, the Greco-Romans, and the portals and the jubilees. You know, when it says Satan gonna be released from his prison for a little while, when that happens, is no ends of persecution upon the church. So you got to look for the Noahide laws, the economic crashing, those anti-Semite laws that the Japhet children want to put on the earth. So you got to look at the Catholics, the tabernacles of Edom listed in Psalm 83. They're all of them who don't follow the commandments. It's those linked with the beasts in Revelation 13. You got the WHORE in Revelation 17. And you have the coalitions. You have the Psalm 83 coalition. So those are like the Googles, the Amazons, the oligarchs worldwide. Those pale faces that you see have taken over a lot of the countries and the nations where the children of Israel live. But the Most High says, test the spirits, and the Catholics fall into that category. So they were prophesied against by 1 John, in 1 John chapter 4. You warn it then not to believe all teachers who boast of the Spirit, but to try them by the rules of the Catholic faith, and by many reasons exhorted to brotherly love. So it said, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, wherefore you have heard, and it should come, and even now already it is in the world. So this is like the 1st century AD, we are talking about. So ye are children of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of God. He that knoweth God heareth us. He that is not of God heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. And he that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. So the WHITEPOPES are the people who lead Edom, Idumea, the Edomites, the Kittim, Roman Catholics. And you notice how their deeds don't line up with anything holy or righteous, except the ones who tell you don't promote abortion. Okay, so it says Pope Francis will commence a centuries-long Catholic tradition on Christmas Eve and introduce a first-time historical addition to the holy ritual. Starting on December 24, the pontiff will open a series of 5 holy doors throughout the Vatican, including St. Peter's Basilica, Rome's 3 other basilicas, to commence next year's Catholic Church Jubilee, a joyful commemoration of faith that normally occurs every 25 years. The door at St. Peter's was sealed shut by a wall of bricks since the Jubilee year of Divine Mercy in 2016, and on December 2nd, those were ripped down to ready the door for opening as part of the rite of recognition. So when you hear in the scriptures that it says Satan will be loosed out of his prison for a little while, you got to look at these rituals. And remember all those Catholics, when they were doing the destruction of the Indies, you can look up by Bartholomew de las Casas. You have the Neros, the Caesars from the time of Christ. Their persecution of the church hasn't stopped. You got to look at the deeds of the tabernacles of Edom. They're listed in Psalm 83, and they don't like the children of Jehovah, or the ones who are the keepers of the commandment, or the holy, or the righteous, or the saints of the Most High. So you know, when they had the Bloody Marys, the Inquisition, the stealing of the lands, the PEDOPHILES and the SODIMITES in the church. Notice most of them face them shave, because the MALES are EFFEMINATES. Yeah, and notice the Dagon, the DAGO, and fish hat. Notice they wear the skull cap, the Islamists, the Catholics, and the ASHKENAZIS, because they're all the same family of children. They're Esau's children, they're Japheth's children, and then they intermingle with each other. So they all persecute the church together. So you have the dragon. So the dragon is the Catholics. You have the two beasts in Revelation. And then you have the beast with the 7 heads. The Rome sits on 7 hills. So the two beasts, you have one side of the beast, which also include the HINDOOS and the CHINESE. All of them, you notice, gather up together, and usually the Negroes are not included. You know, they have the Noahide laws. So the two beasts, and you have the beast with the 2 head. You have on one side also the synagogue of Satan, which is them too, and you have the Islamists, or the Arabians, and that coalition with the Druses and all of those people, and the idolaters who form these coalitions to persecute the church. So if you look at Fox's Book of the Martyr, you'll see a lot of them featured prominently in there. And now, between now and Revelation 13 to Revelation 19, you're going to see all of their woes coming up on them in the earth for their wickedness, because the church prevails over all of the infiltrators of the church, all who corrupt the church with idols, with images, with false teachings, with false doctrines, with antichrist laws, wars, all who say they are JEWS and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. See Revelation 2 verse 9, Revelation 3 verse 9. So if you know, back in the last session where they crowned Trump as King of Edom, after them people. So all the way you see go on in a Turkey, Gaza. Remember, Esau also married a daughter of Ishmael. So, and they had all these HAREMS. So a lot of them are the children of the Arams. So they also fulfill the prophecy that says a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and Jerusalem will be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be completed. Notice Christ said, they that pierce him will see him at his coming. And it was the Romans, the Greco-Romans, who pierced him when he was on the cross, and they crucified him, and they persecuted the church for 2,000 years, and they still doing it. They robbed the church. They sacked Jerusalem. Remember the Ark of Titus? They have it over there in the Vatican. So when they went around the world and they stole the churches, they stole our Bibles, they even take our Bibles and they make copies of it. And all the money from the Bibles is supposed to go to the children of Jacob, Israel, which is us. But they take it for themselves to enrich their nation and their wars. But for the most part, Edom is going to be a perpetual desolation because they thief too much. Look at Obadiah. So them think them are going to make them nest up in the star and escape the judgment. Notice them don't want to repent. They don't want to recompense. Notice they don't want to pay any reparations for slavery, for the destruction of our lands and stealing our lands or thrones or empires from Great Britain. Because remember, the Black Holy Roman Empire was there too. And then you have the Protestant Black Christian Empire, which are mostly Puritans, keep the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the ordinances, the judgments, the Sabbaths, the dietary laws, the holy days, the ordinances, and the faith of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. They don't like anybody who go around the world and say, hey, SODOMI is wrong. Don't kill your children. Be holy, be righteous, live in peace with your neighbor. Notice, for them, peace is WAR and perpetual WAR. So by the time you see them done KILL off each other, check Obadiah and say, none gonna be left of the house of the Esau. Him seed is spoiled. They go around the world and they breed out people. And now, with their degeneracy, their population is in decline. And also the wars are continuing. So the Most High had said in Genesis, he will enlarge Japhet because they are of the lineage of Japhet. Even though you see when Rebecca was pregnant, 2 nations were in her womb. One came through the lineage of Shem, which is Jacob's children. The other came through the lineage of Japhet, which was Esau's children. If you want to see a nice table breaking that down, you can look at the 1611 Genealogy Bible. It tells you which group of people come from whom. So they're in the Holy Lands now, trodding it down, because Jerusalem will be trodden down of the Gentiles till the time of the Gentiles be completed. But Christ and the saints win. From Revelation 13 to Revelation 19, they get demolished. They won a couple battles, but in the end, they all lose. So with that, I say